Take a moment to let your body settle in a way that feels comfortable and supported. Rest your hands wherever they naturally land, on your belly, your chest, or by your sides. If it feels right, allow your eyelids to close down or simply soften your gaze. And begin to notice your breath in, out, in, out, just observing it. The quiet inhale that lifts the chest and the belly, and the slow release of the belly and the chest, in and out. Let your breath find its own rhythm, steady, consistent, deeper and deeper. With each breath, tension begins to soften and melt away. The outside world fades as you move into your body, into your deep awareness. And as you follow your breath, it becomes your attachment point, drawing your focus and attention inward. As you continue breathing, you begin to notice something interesting. Your attention has weight to it, a pull, a direction, like a magnet moving through the world around you. You begin to realize just how many things have been pulling at that magnet every single day. Messages, notifications, unfinished conversations, worries about the future, mistakes from the past, expectations, headlines, the endless movement of modern life. It's as though thousands of tiny hooks have been reaching for your attention all at once, pulling you outward, fragmenting your energy, scattering your focus across dozens of directions. And this makes the mind tired. The nervous system shifts into overload. The brain was never designed to process this much stimulation all at once. The brain naturally moves toward what feels rewarding, relieving, familiar, or emotionally important. It's like water flowing across a landscape. Attention follows the pathways used most often, and over time, these pathways deepen. A quick simulation, scrolling, notifications, constant novelty, fast bursts of information. This can train the brain to seek rapid rewards and frequent switching. Not because the brain is bad, but because it's efficient. It learns, this feels important. This gives stimulation. This gives relief. Return here again. But many of the deepest forms of fulfillment in life grow much more slowly. Presence, connection, learning, creativity, meaning, steadiness, sustained focus. These experiences often require us to stay with something longer, long enough for the nervous system to settle, and long enough for deeper satisfaction to emerge. As you practice returning your attention intentionally, you begin to create new pathways. Again, like water gradually carving a new direction through the landscape. At first, the new path feels unfamiliar, but with repetition, the pathway strengthens. And over time, focus and attention begins to feel less forced and more natural. Modern life is filled with systems designed to compete for your attention, unfinished information constantly pulling at the mind. No wonder attention can begin to feel scattered and exhausted. But this is where understanding becomes powerful, because once you notice how attention is being pulled, you can begin training it differently. It's like strengthening a muscle. Focus can be practiced, and your brain is an incredible partner in that process. It wants to learn. It wants to adapt. It wants to become more efficient at what you repeatedly practice and return to. That's the beauty of neuroplasticity. The brain is constantly changing in response to experience, repetition, and attention. So as you begin intentionally guiding your focus, helping the mind recognize what matters, creating moments of steadiness and presence, your brain begins to strengthen those pathways more naturally. Attention and focus are some of your most valuable resources. And in a world filled with constant stimulation, it's easy to believe that struggling to focus means something is wrong with you. But attention challenges are not a character flaw. Very often, they are attention patterns that have been unintentionally trained over time through stress, overstimulation, constant switching, and endless demands on the nervous system. Your brain is not broken. Your attention system is responding exactly the way a human brain responds to constant stimulation. And the beautiful thing is this: focus is not something you either have or don't have. It is something that you can strengthen through awareness, through repetition, and intentional practice, moment by moment. Your brain begins learning a new rhythm of attention. Now imagine yourself standing in a vast open space at dusk. The sky is painted in deep violets, soft gold, midnight blue. The air is calm and cool against your skin. And in your hands, you notice a large magnetic compass glowing softly with warmth and light. This is your attention, vital, powerful, alive. And whatever this magnet moves toward, it begins growing stronger in your awareness. As you slowly turn, you notice certain things immediately pulling toward it: stress, pressure, fear, urgency, comparison. The magnet reacts automatically because your nervous system has been trained to scan for what feels emotionally important. What feels unfinished? What feels threatening? What demands your attention first? And for your moment, you simply notice this without judgment. Now you can choose to make the compass shift. You realize you're powerful here. You're strengthening new pathways of attention, one small step at a time. You can redirect the magnet intentionally and purposefully. You look at the magnet direction and one little step at a time, start aiming it towards what you want. And as you slowly begin turning the compass, you notice something extraordinary happening. The moment your attention shifts, different things begin moving toward you. Clarity, steadiness, possibility, a vivid sense of presence, creative thoughts, fresh energy, calm focus. Like iron drawn naturally toward a magnet, these experiences begin finding you more easily, and your nervous system responds immediately. The breath deepens, the shoulders soften, the mind becomes less noisy, more spacious, more clear. And now imagine that your attention is being pulled again. A thought, a notification, an unfinished task, a memory, a sudden urge to switch directions. Notice how automatic it can feel, how quickly the magnet wants to move in that direction. And this time, instead of immediately following the pull, you pause. You take a deep breath. You feel your feet beneath you. And you steady the compass in your hands so that intentionally you redirect the magnet in the direction that you want it to go, deliberately, by choice, one small adjustment at a time, towards presence, vitality, creative energy, focus, calm, the next purposeful and meaningful step. And as you practice this returning, you begin to strengthen something powerful inside of yourself. Practice imagining yourself later today. You're moving through an ordinary moment of life, working, reading, drinking water, walking through a store, speaking with someone that you care about, and suddenly you feel a familiar pull. A notification lights up. A thought rushes in. An unfinished task tugs at your attention. The urge to switch directions rises quickly, almost automatically, and for a moment you notice that magnet beginning to pull away again. But this time, something feels different. You notice sooner, more consciously. You feel your breath in your body. You feel your feet beneath you. Your hands are gently steadying the compass once again. The world slightly softens around you. Your nervous system settles. you ask yourself, where is my attention going right now? But even more importantly, where do I want it to go? And when you ask, the compass begins turning once again to what matters most, one small return at a time, one redirection at a time. With every return, your focus grows steadier, your mind grows clearer, and your nervous system learns, I do not have to follow every distraction. And as the compass steadies, you notice something else begin to emerge, a different kind of satisfaction. Not the fast rush of constant stimulation, but something clearer, more grounding, a feeling of being fully present in your own life. Your thoughts no longer pulling in dozens of directions all at once. Your nervous system no longer chasing every signal. It's just this moment, this breath, this sense of space inside of yourself. There's something deeply nourishing about that. Whenever you need a reminder, return to this recording. As each time you practice, you strengthen the pathways of focus, clarity, and intentional attention. Little by little, your nervous system begins learning a steadier rhythm, and over time it becomes more natural and familiar. The compass steadies. Your attention becomes less reactive and more intentional, one moment at a time. Now go ahead and take a deep, steady breath in and gently exhale. Begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly feeling the edges of your whole body. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and take this with you. You are changing the course of your magnet. The compass is moving, and with practice, clarity begins to feel more natural, more calm, more like home. You choose to reclaim your focus and attention. This is a gift you give yourself.